this is Devin and Aaron from Cavity Colors, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
Did my heart love till now? For swear at sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night.
Lay our scene. Two households, both alike in dignity.
Throw the mistempered weapon to the ground!
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life.
Who is it that you love?
Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce faithfully.
My heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet.
Romeo! Thou art a villain! Sharing someone else's Turning strong! Turning strong!
Romeo's loose Tibble! Romeo must not live!
My only love sprang from my only hate.
Romeo is Venice!
Sadie, they will murder thee.
Let them find me here. I'm plague! I'm bound to your houses! I am fortune!
Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes, in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Good night. Good night.
Welcome back to San Diego's own pop culture podcast. We are your hosts, Diego Luna, James Warney, and the Swan. This is episode 111.
Damn.
Shakespeare in the 90s, and tonight we will revisit Baz Luhrmann's modern take on Romeo plus Juliet. But first, let's get the update for everything going on within the pop culture world.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, James, we'll kick it off with you. What do you have for us this week?
All right. There's been some news going around that Matt Reeves' Batman, the casting for that is going to be released sometime this week, supposedly. George Clooney was actually asked if he could pick someone, a current actor, to be the next Batman, who would it be? And he actually said, I think I screwed up Batman so bad that I don't have any say, that I should have any say in who gets picked for that.
Wow.
And then
Self-aware.
he basically said that he ruined the movie, which I don't think he actually did. I think it was more Schumacher. I think that's who was in charge of that.
He just made it a little bit too cartoony for my liking, so there you go.
Yeah, but I thought that was pretty interesting, and we're gonna get possibly the next Batman cast pretty soon.
Cool.
Yeah. What else do we got? So Netflix has canceled Santa Clarita Diet.
Really?
Yeah. Just after their third season, they ended it on a cliffhanger. I guess.
So it won't be returning.
They weren't expecting to get canceled, and I guess they shot it to in hopes that a fourth season would be going on. But I guess Netflix kind of pulled the rug out from underneath them and canceled it. There is a few petitions online, like whenever a show or something gets canceled, there's always the following who wants to bring it back. So I'm pretty sure anyone can find that online if they want to sign a petition to bring it back.
Cool.
So that kind of sucks because that was a pretty interesting show, at least for me. Have you guys seen the Gemini Man trailer? The Will Smith one?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it?
Poopy. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've been hearing a lot of ramblings around, and they're not so good.
Yeah. I guess this was actually I think it's Universal who's the one in charge of this, but they have actually been trying to make this movie since the mid-90s.
Really?
Yeah, or some type of iteration of this movie.
Okay.
They had actually Harrison Ford, who they thought would do it. Nick Cage, Mel Gibson, and Chris O'Donnell. Those were the guys who they had for their leading man.
Okay.
But yeah, so look out for the Gemini trailer, man. If you haven't seen it, we also got the final Godzilla trailer. I don't know if any of you guys saw that one.
I saw it actually in theater.
Yeah, they played it in
Endgame.
No, I didn't. I didn't want any. I don't want to know too much.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
But it was really good, man. Kind of it's a nod to like the old school Godzilla movies. Super great. I'm excited. I wasn't excited for the first when they first released Godzilla. I'm excited for this one. I think I might go midnight to go see it.
Okay. Yeah, they're hyping it up pretty much, pretty good.
Yeah,
because I think after this one is Godzilla versus King Kong.
Ooh.
And this is going to be a full-grown King Kong.
That's why they did Kong Skull Island. It was meant to reboot him so he could fight with Godzilla.
But it's in Skull Island. Isn't he a little bit smaller?
Yeah, well, they said he's just a baby.
Oh shit!
And he's already, however tall he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look forward to those. In the trailer, they something I thought was actually pretty cool is they kind of paid homage to the Wizard of Oz in some type of way with what's the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And there's a part in the trailer where they say Mothra, Rodan, Ghidorah, oh my, and then the music's playing, and they actually mention someone says how many Titans are there, and then I think the Japanese guy from the first one, he actually says 17 and counting. So pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope they don't have a movie jam-packed with monsters. I hope they keep it to a few, but it looks good. What do we got? I don't know if we talked about this before, but Netflix is doing a live-action Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. I think that was one of your news.
Okay, but they have the cast now. So John Cho from White Castle and Star Trek movies. He's going to be playing Spike. Daniela Pineda will be playing Faye Valentine. Mustafa Shakar will be Spike's second in command, the ex-cop, wherever he is. And then Alex Hassel will be Vicious.
Okay.
So, and then Mustafa is the villain from Luke Cage Season 2. So that's pretty interesting. What else do we got? Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Nice.
I don't know if you thought it was pretty good or.
I thought Jim Carrey playing
Eggman.
But yeah, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was amazing.
You get that little glimpse of the Britain
at the end.
At the end, that 1 second clip of him. Yeah, but I think it looks pretty cool.
I think if this movie would have been done maybe even 10 years ago, it would have been as good as I mean, I'm not trying to say it's going to be good, but I don't think there wasn't enough technology to pull it off. Pull off what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And especially like a myth creature like fucking Sonic and shit. So I'm excited, man.
It's crazy because apparently he's an alien in this movie. He's landed in I don't know the whole story behind it, but he's crash landed on Earth and he's trying to.
That's an interesting
stop something. It's a different spin on it. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Swarm.
Okay, so I watched the trailer this morning.
Yeah,
and I like the cast. And it feels to me like Sega's answer to Detective Pikachu. Okay. Because it has that same kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. So I feel like and it's interesting that they're coming out so kind of close together. Yeah. So I guess we'll see how it's gonna be perceived. Mm-hmm. But I know there's a bunch of trailer reactions already online. Yeah. And they're pretty funny. So maybe check that out.
I think most of it is kind of 50-50 right now. with the kind of the overall response for it.
Yeah.
But
do we know who's voicing Sonic? Is it was Jaleel White? Urkel?
Is it supposed to be him?
I know he did like a lot of the voice acting for the TV show and a bunch of stuff, some of the games. So it'd be really cool if they brought him back, but who knows?
Ben Schwartz.
Okay. That sounds so familiar.
He's in DuckTales, Lego Movie, Turbo.
Okay, so a season.
He's done voice acting. He's also done real movies too, like Night School.
Okay.
With Kevin Hart and the other guys, but who knows how much he's done in that. But
interesting. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm kind of indifferent.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the video games. If that makes any difference, I love the video games, and I think this is kind of out in left field. But I'll be honest. What's his James Marsden?
The
Cyclops.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey kind of had me like, oh, this is so odd that maybe it'll work. You know.
And I'd agree. Yeah.
And Jim Carrey hasn't done like a really comic.
Role
for a while.
So he's definitely out there in this one.
So it's kind of interesting.
It's nice to see if he still has it.
Return to form, right?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on, some interesting news. John Cena has joined the cast of Fast and the Furious 9.
And Diesel released that, right?
Yeah, on I think Instagram or his story or something, but which is due next summer, so in a year and a half. Vin Diesel actually went on to say that Pablo, aka Paul Walker, that's what he calls him, sent John Cena, to him from up above, basically, saying that the reason he met John Cena and he's on this movie now is all because of Paul Walker. So I guess it's nice for Vin Diesel to kind of have that positive attitude still going on. But yeah. What else? I have one more bit of news. Of course, Endgame smashed box office records with, I think it's 1.2 billion in the first weekend.
And like 350 just in the US.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
That's insane.
Because they cleared like 100 more million than Infinity War.
Yeah.
So it's on its way to breaking fucking more records.
This is definitely going to be the biggest grossing movie probably.
Over $1 billion
in one weekend.
And the weekend's barely over. That is nuts. The markup on that, because what did it take to make? Tops 300 million.
Yeah.
So they made their budget back, and it's only been out for 2 days. 3 days.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Not surprised though. Of course.
I mean,
great movie.
You guys have seen it, both of you.
No spoilers. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Annie.
Annie, we're not gonna ruin it. Thoughts? Did you guys love it? Hate it? What's going on?
I was impressed with how cinematic it felt.
Yeah.
I loved all the performances. I loved all the surprises in there because they definitely got me with a few things. I thought the balance was great with the humor versus the dark stuff.
Yeah.
I loved the conclusion. It was like everything that the how do you say, like this whole run, the
culminating
MCU phases needed, and it's a whole lot of fun. I would recommend going with people.
Yeah,
I think it's more effective maybe watching it with your friends rather than being alone.
Make sure they're familiar with the movies.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that you can miss if you haven't seen even one.
Definitely a lot of nostalgic throwbacks to the previous films, having to do with time travel, obviously.
Yeah.
But definitely check that movie out. Good. I think that's my last bit of news. Oh, John Wick 3 tickets are up for pre-order. So buy your tickets while you can. That's about it.
Diego, anything for me, sir?
I do not. Oh, well, our friends are playing this weekend.
Sector Core.
Yeah, Sector Core. playing this weekend at the Soda Bar in San Diego. So go out and support Mad Cow Disease and our friends.